Hey everybody. Come on in and say hello. Come in and say hi. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Beverly. Sorry, my tablet's not working for some reason. It's always got to be something, doesn't it? There we go. Come on in and say hello. Whoops. It's always got to be something, doesn't it? There we go. Had to mute myself. All right, let's see if I can get you guys now. There you are. Hello, welcome everybody. Yeah, I know you've got your live tonight, Kathy. Thank you for dropping in. I appreciate it. Good evening, everybody. All right, let me see if I can get mini chat to work so everybody can get alerts. How's everybody doing tonight? Hi, Avenel. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. I don't know why my throat always gets dry when I'm getting ready to go live. Hi, Tammy. Okay, now we can do live alerts. So if anybody wants to join my alert list, that is up and running. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Ann. All right, so we're doing something different tonight, guys. If my computer will ever let me do anything. Don't you love the sign? This sign I got from a fellow member of one of my groups, Rachel, from Rachel's Crafty Corner. She's having a sale. She does all of her own signs. She cuts them, she paints them, she does them all. She's having a sale right now. It ends tonight at midnight, I believe. And you get 15% off. And all of her signs include shipping. So if you want to take a look, I will, as soon as my computer lets me, I will put her link in the pinned post. And you can check out her page. She's got some really cute signs. And I just love Frankie. We call him Frankie. So that's the sign I'm going to use tonight. Oh, look, my computer decided to come up. Well, that is not what I want. Sorry, guys. Computer is really slow. They are awesome. Have you gotten any of her signs? Well, I may not get to share my live because my computer doesn't want to play nice. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that, Emma. It can be so hard sometimes for me to do it because the computer doesn't want to cooperate or Facebook doesn't want to cooperate. But unfortunately, the only way you can do it is once you start your live. So they're on their way. You're going to love them. Hi, Kelly. How are you doing? There's Rachel now. And I'm going to find the post here and I'm going to pin her link so that y'all can check it out. That's what we're all about, helping each other out, right? It is in the description tonight too, so if you look up at the top of the description, I did put her link there as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Ay, ay, ay. I think I got too many things going here at once, maybe. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I'm going to do a swag using this. All this is a piece of wood, and I meant to get another one out so you could see what it is. My daughter had a project she did, and this is the leftover pieces that she cut for me. We cut them at 22 inches. Actually, she cut them a little longer, but I had my husband cut them down to 22 because I had her cut them too long. I don't know if you've seen other people who use the paint, the 5-gallon paint stirrers or yardsticks to do the swags on. So basically, this is the same thing as that. I'm just using a piece of wood. Oh, that's good, Kelly. How's everybody? Is your husband doing all right? It's just the same as if you buy a rail. It's got the same configuration as far as the ties on it. At least I tried to get as close to them as I could remember because I don't have one on hand. And then I covered mine with felt, only because it was a last minute thing as to what I was going to do tonight, and I didn't have time to paint the stick and have it dry for tonight. And I just knew with my luck it would probably not be dry if I did paint it, so I covered it in felt. And if I had thought about it ahead of time, I didn't have to cover the top side. I could have just left it because the mesh is going to cover that, but, you know, I got a little ahead of myself there. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use Frankie, which is what I've named him. Well, Rachel probably named him first, but I call him Frankie. So we're going to use her sign tonight. And then I'm using this leftover mesh from last year. So I have just enough, because I double checked, to do the swag tonight. And this is black, and it's got orange, lime green, purple stripes running through it, metallic stripes. So I'm going to use that. And I'm sorry if I'm missing any questions. I'll come back and catch them. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody's names. But yeah, and the felt too, I thought it would be nice because then it won't scratch anyone's door. Even if you paint the wood, it's still wood up against someone's door. So I thought the felt would kind of cushion that. So, but like I said, you don't have to felt the top of it. It's not necessary. Your mesh is going to cover that. No one's going to see it. But I didn't think about that until after I'd already done it. So I wasn't going to undo it. And all I did was hot glue it down. It'll stay. And then I've got bundles that I'm going to use. I did, again, I'm using leftover mesh that I had. As y'all know, I'm trying not to buy until I use up some of what I have. It's very hard to do. Unless it's a custom order, then I have to buy stuff. So I'm doing bundles in every tie tonight. I've got orange and black and purple and green. Only because I didn't have enough purple and green and I wanted to do the whole thing in purple and green. I put my ties 4 inches apart. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on one side and 6 on the other. 11 total. And that's usually what you get when you buy one of those rails from like Craft Outlet. Theirs are the square metal or rectangle metal. And they put 6 on one side and 5 on the other. I probably could have scrunched them a little bit closer together to get this last one, a little more space, but I figure right here at the bottom works well, so. Yeah, that's what you call them. I think that's where I got the name from. I'm not taking credit for that. That was your name first. You called them Frankie. All right, so again, I'm using up ribbon. So I emptied out like 4 or 5 different things of ribbon today. So I'm making progress, you guys. I'm making progress. I'm using up the stuff I have, but I am finding that I have way too little for Halloween, and I have way too much for Christmas and fall. So, but then last year I didn't do a whole lot of Halloween. I did, with the colors and that. I did some of the, I can't think what they're called right now. The skeleton with the Reaper, the Grim Reaper. I did a couple of those, and those were very popular for me, so I spent a lot of time doing those last year. So I didn't do a whole mess of Halloween. So anyway, I'm using this lime green. It's got a little bit of a shimmer to it. And then I've got this black and white stripe that's got all the colors in it. The purple, the green, the orange. So it matches the mesh. And then I've got this one, which has also got all the same colors in it. Thank you for blessing my page. I appreciate that so much. Thank you guys so much. This has got the lime green, the purple, the orange, and the black. And then I just went with another purple that also has the shimmer in it. This one's not as sheer. It's a little sheer, but not as sheer as the green is. So those are going to go together. Hi, how are you, Z? All right, then I'm going to use, this is the first time I've used this actually, some splatter mesh as well. So we're going to try that. So this and the using this for a swag, both are my first time, and I don't normally do first times on a live, but I thought, you know what the heck, right? How bad could it be? So we're going to see. We're going to use these as ruffles though. So, and then of course, in standby is my flex tubing. Oh, and my bow. I made a bow. They're getting better. I don't make these on lives either because I feel like it takes me too long to do them. Y'all would be here all night if you had to sit and watch me make a bow on a live. Just warning you now. All right, so now that my computer's working, maybe it'll let me finish doing this. And then we can get started. So how's everybody's day going? Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Casey. They're only amazing because I can spend an hour making them beforehand. If y'all had to sit and watch me, you'd say, what is she doing? All right. So, like I said, just because it's an open roll of mesh, I wanted to make sure I had enough, so I had already made sure that I had plenty to do this project. So I'm just going to ruffle it up. And I'm going to start right here on this side, and we're going to work our way around. And y'all, when we get ready to put the sign on, make sure to remind me to check where my loop is at. I don't want to get my loop in the wrong spot because I drilled a hole in there for that to sit in. Somebody's yelling downstairs. I can hear them. All right, so I'm going to do about 10-inch poofs. When I measured it out today, they were a little more than 10. So I'm not going to really be too exact with it. Hey Robin, how you feeling? So if you're new, let me know that this is your first time and tell me where you're from. Sorry if I sound like I'm yelling. Am I yelling? I don't know why I feel like I have to yell. Yeah, so they're between 10 and 11 inches, the poofs. Like I said, I'm not being exact. I know that I have enough to do it. You found a drink? Good. Well, our bartender just entered, so you should be doing good tonight. I did not paint the stick. I put black felt over it. Only because I wanted something that was going to be a cushion up against the door. Am I yelling? I'm sorry. I don't mean to yell. It's just habit, I guess. Ontario, Canada, welcome. And two, I have my volume all the way up. I don't know if that makes... She's on her way? Okay. She's all right? Redding, California, welcome. I grew up in California. They gave her a shot? Oh, good. I mean, it's not good, but it's good. You know what I mean? So you all down in Florida need to be safe. I was watching the news tonight and saw you all got that hurricane coming your way. I'm sorry you couldn't find me. Yeah, my computer wasn't letting me share anything, so I don't know if everything went out. There's still 2 of them here waiting to go. It's fine. Am I yelling? Alright, so when I get to the top here, I'm just going to pull this around. And we're going to cover up this top, so I'm not real worried about whether the mesh is covering the whole thing or not. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I forgot. I forget to put it down so you guys can see what I'm doing. You don't need to look at me. I'm sorry. Thank you for reminding me, though. Hey there, how's everybody? Grew up in Louisiana, just reside in California now? Yeah. I grew up in California and reside in North Carolina. You're not late. Nope, not at all. Party's still happening. So I can't, Rachel, do me a favor and put your link in for everybody in the comments. Rachel's the one who made the sign that I'm using tonight. And this is the sign. This is Frankie. And she's having a sale on all her signs. She hand cuts them and hand paints them herself. She has other signs as well, and she's having a sale. It ends tonight, 15% off, and all her signs include shipping, free shipping. There it is. There's her link there for you. So please check out her signs. If you make wreaths or you just want a sign, I'm making a swag. And I'm using a block of, or a piece of wood that my daughter cut for me from some scraps that she had. And this is about, my piece of wood is about 3/4 of an inch thick. Oh yes, thank you. I'm sorry. There's a code for the sale. I had that written down, but I covered it up with Frankie when I laid him down. But my piece, and it's cut at 22 inches long. And he's about 2 inches wide. So I'm just putting in poofs, about 10, 11 inches. Trying to use up the rest of this mesh. This is mesh I had from last year left over that I'm trying to use it up so I can get all my stuff out of the way. Thank you so much. The ring keeps twisting on me. Let me see if this thing is still going. Don't you love computers? Can't live with them and can't live without them anymore. Thank you. So yeah, so I'm using that as a rail. All right, so I'm almost done. Go in this last one here, and then I'm going to go put one in where I started. He is a troublemaker tonight. Hey, Michelle. How are you? All right, so I'm going to do one more. See, look at that. We're almost to the end. All right, so I'm going to put, so it kind of looks like there's two little poofs down here at the bottom. Exactly, just like a man, right? There you are, Levon. What are you doing? You should be resting. All right, so I'm just going to cut this off. If I had some ties in the middle, I probably could have ran that up through the middle. All right, so I'm going to cut this. And I'm just going to take that and I'm going to put it over here inside of this poof. Hi, Joanne. All right. So there we go. That's what it looks like. So again, it's just a piece of wood, and a scrap piece of wood. My daughter had done a project and had a bunch left over, so I asked her if I could have them, and she cut them up for me into strips. And they're 22 inches long. There's 11 ties on them. So some people use the paint stirrers, the long paint stirrers for the 5-gallon buckets. Some people use yardsticks. And then others use scrap pieces of wood. Use whatever we can, right? All right, I'm just getting all my ties out. Hi, Nadine. Thank you all so much for watching tonight. I appreciate it. All right. Looks like all of them went through. And the live alerts is working, so if you're new and you're not on the list and you'd like to be notified when I go live, all you have to do is type in the word live or alert in the comments, and you will get a message from the messenger bot, and you have to respond to that message in order to be put on the list. So if you just joined, the poofs, my poofs are about 10 inches, 11 inches big. So this is the sign I'm using. This one came from Rachel's Crafty Corner, and Rachel's put her link in the comments, and I also have it in the description tonight. And she's having a sale, 15% off tonight if you use the code LIVESALE15. So that's our sign. Let me get this out of the way. We don't need that anymore. So we'll just set Frankie over there. All right. So I don't know if I cut these too long or not. Oh, I shouldn't have put those on top of there. So we'll see if these are going to work, because I cut them at 20 inches. I probably should have cut them a little bit smaller, but hey, let's see how it goes. Hey, Susan. Thank you guys so much. Oh, there's my sister. Hey, Kat. So I'm just going to ruffle these up the center. I don't want it to be, let's see, I don't know, I may not like these. What do you guys think? Frankie is cute. She did a really good job. You guys should see the mummy she's working on, or she was working on yesterday. Alright, so what do you think? If you like that, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a heart. How about that? Can you see it? Does it cover it up too much? Got off work early, girl. Good. So what do you think? You guys like it? Oh, you like it. Okay. I know I sound surprised, right? All right, so let's see. Let's put them in. Put some more in. Alright, so I'm just ruffling it up the center. This is splatter mesh I got from AC Moore. And all it is it's tulle with these little splatter. To me, it feels like foam. I know it's not. Maybe it is. But it's just stuck on there. I'm not sure how they get it on there, but it's on there pretty good. Another doctor's appointment. Oh, Bob had one today. You got the cauldron from her? Yeah, I should have gotten that one too. I've seen other people using it, and I wishing I had gotten it now. My rings keep sliding off. Alright, so we're going to put those in there. Alberta, Canada, welcome. Yeah, he's fine. He just had his VA appointment. He asked them to send him to a chiropractor. So hopefully. Y'all, my sister and I are meeting up. She lives in California. We are meeting up a week from Friday in Philadelphia for the weekend, a long weekend. We're going to Elk Grove, California. Hi. I know where that's at. We are meeting up and going to a Philadelphia Eagles game. She's a very big football fan. Loves the Eagles. I, on the other hand, do not know anything about football, but I'm going. Going because I want to see my sister, who I just saw 2 months ago. She was here visiting. And then we're going to do some sightseeing. And I'm excited. It's just the two of us on the loose in Philadelphia. These are cut at 20 inches. I'm making a swag, Tanya. There you go. Fly, Eagles, fly. Yeah. She's going to have to give me a crash course. The game is on Sunday. So we're meeting up on Friday. We both get in on Friday. I get in first. And then I'm going to wait for her. She'll be about 2 hours behind me. And then we're going to do some sightseeing and go to the game on Sunday. And then we both fly home on Monday. Hello from Pennsylvania. We were just talking about Pennsylvania. Hi, Hope. How are you? Long time no see. Alright, I'm going to skip the top. I'm going to do this side first because I know I'm going to be putting the bow up here. And I don't want to put this underneath it because it'll probably stick to it. I don't know. We'll see. Yes, I do. I love the purple and black. And it'll bring out the purple in his eyes. So if you just joined us, this is what we're using tonight. And this was made by my friend Rachel. She's here in the comments. She makes these, hand cuts them and paints them. And she is having a sale tonight. It ends tonight. Oh, wait a minute. One, two, three. Might have a problem. Yes, it's splatter mesh and it came from AC Moore. I'm sorry if I'm missing your comments. Thank you. Rachel has an Etsy store, and her it's Rachel's RACHS Crafty Corner .etsy.com. And the coupon code is LiveSale15. And that ends tonight. So let's help her out and buy a sign or two. It's called it's Live Sale, all one word, LIVE sale 15. Alright, well, I don't know where I put the other pieces, so I'm going to have to... Alright, we'll get that later. I'll fix it later. Alright. Should have put them in every other one. Let me do that. Sorry guys, I'm changing my mind here. Hey Josh. Is it 10 or 20? 10 by 20? Yeah, I believe they are 10-inch. I didn't look at the package to make sure it was a full 10, but yeah, I can tell you in 1 second here. I'll give you all a recap here in 1 second for anybody who just joined us. But if you're new, please come in, say hi, tell us where you're from. Josh didn't like hearing about my trips, Kathy. He said I had no business going to a football game when I don't know anything about football. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm going to keep that one. Take this one out. Alright, I'm doing every other. There. Yeah, I think it looks better. Because then this doesn't cover up all the mesh. And I still have curls to put in too. I'm just sticking this last piece up here. The bow's going to be up here anyway, so. Alright, there we go. That stuff's not too bad to work with. I thought it was going to be a little more annoying than that. Alright, so that's what we got so far. Yeah, well, somebody's going to have to teach me. You've never made a swag? Yeah, this, I'll do a recap real quick. This is just a piece of wood. It's a scrap piece of wood from a project my daughter was working on. She cut them for me. They're 22 inches long. These are about 3/4 thick, and it's 2 inches wide. I just drilled a hole in the top, put a tie through it so you have a hanger, and I covered mine in felt because I didn't want it scratching anyone's door. Yeah, you can use all your leftovers. It doesn't take a whole lot of mesh to cover it either because it's only got 11 ties on it. I put 11 ties, 5 on one side, 6 on the other, and they're spaced out about 4 inches apart, which is what a regular rail is if you buy a regular rail. So we've got curls that we're going to put in here. And I'm going to alternate the colors. I've got orange and black because the mesh has got the orange and black. And then the green, lime green and purple because, of course, Frankie is lime green and his eyes are purple. And black. The orange I threw in just to add the color and because it's in the mesh. So we're going to alternate. I'm going to put the purple ones in the other ties that don't have this in it. The splatter mesh. And we're just winging it tonight, guys. This is the first time I've used a rail like this. Made my own. I mean, I've done other rails before, but not this one. Not like this, so. And I don't normally do new things on live, but because I like to try it out first. Excuse me? Bite your tongue, mother. I think my mother's lost her mind. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, so that one. Oh. Alright, we'll come back to that. I skipped one. And I think I'm going to end up with two next to each other anyway. We're going to skip that one. Trying to get all these in the empty ones. Okay, I see. Yes, next week. I have an announcement to make. No, I am not pregnant. Thank you very much, Mother. You would not be seeing me if I was, because I would have dropped dead. Not funny. Yes, big news. Yeah, I know. You all are getting a real big kick out of that, aren't you? She's hilarious. The snow mesh came from AC Moore. Believe me, if that were the news, you would have known, because you'd have had to take me to the hospital. Because I would have fainted. Yeah, she's a riot. All right. Well, that did not come out the way it should have. Every other one. Because I put those two together, that's why. Alright, well. Let's see, we've got 1, 2. I don't think it really matters, so we're just gonna do every other. I'm not gonna make this complicated than it has to be, right? Yes, there's your bartender. Drinks on the house. Yeah, the purple is, this one's fraying really bad. I'll fix that. I'll come back and cut all that off. Yeah, the splatter mesh came from AC Moore. It's the first time I've used it. I've seen it a lot, but I just never had an opportunity to really use it. And to me, it's more expensive at AC Moore because you don't get that much, and it's like $6 for the roll. To me, that's a lot. So from that. All right, so I'm just alternating these colors. I've got lime green and purple, and then orange and black. So we want that pop of color with the orange. And I'm just using up extra mesh that I had leftovers. So doing a project like this is really good for that. You want to use up all that extra. You want to get your money's worth out of it. I think the orange makes it look more like a Halloween swag. Everything's sticking to this mesh over here. So I bundle mine up. I cut these at 10 inches. It's 10-inch mesh. I cut them at 10 inches. And then I just roll them up. And then I bundle them together. I use a half a pipe cleaner and tie them together, and I think it helps them to stand up more when you do it that way, rather than just putting them into the tie. That's just personal preference. So if you're missing any questions, I go back after the live and answer questions again. So even if I've already answered it, I'll answer it again just to be sure. because sometimes you can't catch all of them. I know, Rita's got her AC fixed. Thankfully, poor thing, lives in Texas and was without AC for days. Alright, so I'm going to put another purple down here. Yes, I know it's next to another one, but you're going to end up with that. Oh, really? That's awesome. I just got a coupon from the Christmas tree store. Starting tomorrow, they have a coupon. They don't normally have coupons, so I might have to make a trip to the Christmas tree store. Alright, so alright, that's the bottom. I want the top. I want to make sure I keep my top where I can remember that my tie is there, so when I put my sign on. So there's my swag. Now we're going to put ribbons on. And again, if you just joined, we're using Frankie. So he's going to sit here. And we have a bow for him as well. Right now we're going to put the ties on. And I'm going to alternate the pattern or the tails. So I have this sheer lime yellow or lime green, sorry. I've got this black and white stripe that's got all the colors, the orange, the lime, and the purple. And then I've got this shimmer purple. Let me go this way so you can see it better. And then we've got this multicolor with the green stripe in the center. So all these colors go with our mesh and our sign. Thank you. Yep. Sorry, I had to take a drink. Oh, I love the Christmas tree store. Yeah, I just stapled the pipe cleaners to the board every 4 inches. I put 6 on one side, 5 on the other. And then I covered it with felt so that it won't scratch anyone's door, the back of it, because it is a piece of wood, raw wood. And I would have painted it, but I didn't have time for it to dry before tonight. So I just thought, well, I'll cover it with felt. That gives it a cushion on the back as well as covering it for me. So the ribbons are cut at, can't remember, 12 inches. So my ribbons are all cut at 12 inches tonight. Usually I do 14, but I think because I had some that were already cut at 12, I just went with 12 for all of them. So we're going to spread these out. I love the Christmas tree store. I found them when I was living up in New York. They had one in Syracuse. And I thought it was a Christmas store. I was so excited when we drove by it. And for the longest time, I thought it was a Christmas store, that it had, you know, nothing but Christmas stuff in it, because I'd never heard of it before we went up there. And then I was working one day, and the girl and I were, one of the girls that was there, and I were talking about it, and I was telling her I wanted to go. And she said, "You know that's not a Christmas store, don't you?" And I said, "No. I'm thinking it's a Christmas store. It's called the Christmas Tree Store." She said, "No, it's kind of a housewares or home goods store." Talk about bursting my bubble. Because, you know, I just love Christmas. I don't know if you know that about me, but I don't know how anyone would know that. But so I was real disappointed when I found that out. But I fell in love with the store anyway, because I ended up having to go. It was right by the airport, so whenever my husband would go out of town, I'd have to take him to the airport. And I would go there, and then they finally put one in the town we were living in up there. So I didn't have to go when he went to the airport anymore. So then I let him drive himself to the airport. I used black pipe cleaners, so I gotta hunt for them. So you just gotta move your ribbons where you want them. That's why we use wire ribbons, because they'll go where you want them. Alright, you don't have to tell all my secrets. See, I'm not the only one who thought that. When you name a store the Christmas Tree Store, you expect it to be Christmas. I wanted a Christmas store. But it was funny when she was telling me about it. She got a kick out of it. I'm sure the disappointment in my face said it all. But they do have some nice things in there. Even if it's not a Christmas store. Thank you. Susan, what are you typing? She's speaking another language? Oh, I understand, Christy. California time, yep. Exactly. I just love Christmas. I love everything about it. I love the decorations. I love looking for them. I like finding different things. I collect Santas. And collect, well, I used to collect the snow globes, but we haven't done that in a couple of years. But every year I do get a new Santa. So you can imagine how many I have. And then the last couple of years, I started collecting nutcrackers. But I like the ones that look like a little, like, I have one that he's carrying a wine bottle and a wine glass, and another one who's a military, those kind. I like the decorative ones, I guess you'd call them. I'm not sure. I think Cindy needs to cut you off. That's right. I think you've had one too many. You're starting to talk gibberish. Or type gibberish. Yeah, okay. Mom's still on the news part. Yeah, we have tubs and tubs and tubs full of Christmas stuff. I think she should be cut off too. She's typing weird things over there. She got a little too close to the bar there. She's been sipping everybody's drink. Roxanne, I know where Hammett's at. My sister used to live there. Susan, you're in trouble tonight. Everybody's taking your keys away from you. Yep. I grew up in Ontario. Magic Mountain. I grew up in Ontario. My husband grew up in Cucamonga, which is now Rancho Cucamonga. Carla's taking your keys. Too funny. I think Susan's had last call. Oh yeah, tequila's on too. No, I've been gone from California for a while. My sisters still live there. Both of them are still there. My mom lived there for up until 2004, and then she came to live with us. I did go back for a little while when I thought we were going to retire there. My husband was in the military, and he was going to get out when it was time to retire, and we talked about going back to California. But we had been gone for so long that when I went back to kind of get things set up for us for when he did retire, it just wasn't where we wanted to be. So we came back to the South. This is our home now. Ribbons are sticking together. And now we've got grandkids, and our kids are all out this way, so my daughter's only a couple hours from us. Thank you. I can't take credit for it because I've seen others do it, but I love it. But I'll tell you what, it's a lot cheaper than buying the rails. And really, you could make these any length you want when you cut the boards. So you could make this like a long centerpiece for a table. However long your table is, you could make it so that it fits that. The possibilities are endless. Thank you. Yeah, it just, I don't know. You know, when you grow up somewhere, you always want to go back, and then when you do, it's like it's not what it used to be, kind of thing. And it just, I was there for a while, and there were no seasons. Not like we have here, you know? I wish my sisters would come out here. I have a nephew that moved to Alabama. And I have another nephew who wants to go to Georgia. So I'm hoping my sister will come out this way because her kids will be out this way. Well, sisters, both of them will come. But we were gone for 8 years. We had to go up to New York because my husband's job took us up there. Even though he's retired from the military, he still works for the government, Department of Defense. So they still move us sometimes. Hopefully not again for quite a while, but we did have to go up to New York. And yeah, she's got one left in college, so as soon as she's done, we're hoping. But anyway, we had to go up to New York for about 8 years. And that was hard because it took me away from my grandkids who were little. I only had 2 at the time. And they were little, 3 and 4, when I left. And of course, when I come back, you know, they're almost teenagers. So we've been back for 2 years now. Just over 2 years. Or actually, no, next month will be 2 years. Oh, wow. Now that I think about that. All right, so there we are with the ribbons. What do you think? Thumbs up? Hearts? What do you think? Take a drink, guys. He just joined the Navy. Well, thank you very much for his service. You know, Christy, I understand that because when my husband first joined the military back in the early 80s, the plan was we wanted to travel. That was the big excitement. We wanted to travel. And we spent all of his career, except for one trip to Alaska for 2 years, or 3 years. 3 years. Here at Fort Bragg. So, I get it. You want to travel. You want to see the world. But thank you very much for his service. Let him know we thank him. We appreciate it. We love the military. It's done well for us. It gave us a good life. And it still does. He still works for the military or the government. He supports the soldiers. That's what's important to him. He likes what he does, so... That is what is important, that he likes what he does. And we wish him luck on his training, too. I know that can be hard on him. Yeah, San Diego's, yeah, my sister lives down that direction. Well, you're not late, Kathy. We're still here. Yeah, that's kind of what we thought, Levon, that we were going to be doing that too, but it didn't work out. Because my husband was a paratrooper, there was only so many places he could go. So he was one of them people who jumped out of perfectly good airplanes. There was nothing wrong with the plane, he just jumped out of it. Oh, you know what I just realized? This is going to be hard to put on with the pipe cleaners the way I did them. Because I'm not doing, it's not a regular rail. I can't put the pipe cleaners through the rail. I'm going to have to take it off. Didn't think about that, did I? And Rachel even signed the back of the sign. Look at that. She gave me her autograph. She's got her card with all her information on there. That didn't work, I just broke it. Not the sign, the pipe cleaner. Yep, my sister was a military wife as well. Her husband was in the Marine Corps. And my nephews, both of them were in the Army. And their dad, well, I just said he was in the Marines. My sister's husband. Sorry guys, I put my pipe cleaners on like I was using a regular rail, so I have to take them off and redo it. Yes, he is. That's what we used to ask. My grandmother used to get a kick out of that. My great-grandmother, she would always say, he jumps out of a perfectly good airplane. There's nothing wrong with the plane. Why does he have to jump out of it? Because that's what he wanted to do. I was not thrilled when he came home and told me. I knew he was going in the Army, but I didn't know he was going to go airborne until he came home and told me that he had decided to do it. So, believe me, I was surprised. Alright, so I'm going to fold my pipe cleaner in half. I'm sorry, you guys, I got a staple, so... Let's see, I want to go this way. You know what? I'm going to have to use... I'm going to make these longer just in case. Because with my luck, I'll get this on there and then I'll need more pipe cleaner. Airplane mechanic. Awesome. My husband was a vehicle mechanic. Welcome from Phoenix. Thank you for joining us. My name is Dawn. I am Wreath Decor by Dawn, and these are all of our happy hour groupies. We call our little meeting time here happy hour. So if you'd like something from the bartender, let her know. She will serve it up. Unless she's watching TV. Sometimes she forgets. I know her show comes on during this hour, so. Alright, I got a hammer. Bear with me for a second. I don't want that to come out. I want to make sure it's down there. Poor Frankie's getting a beating. And this other one, I put my card right on that spot. I shouldn't have done that, but that's right, you're cut off. They took your keys and made you sit at the bar. I know, I just remembered it's on tonight. Alright, there we go. Poor Frankie. Oh, he's got some of that stuff from the mesh on him. He had glitter on all over him earlier. Alright, so this is my thinking. I'm going to put the bow there and put Frankie there. What do you think? Yeah? He is so cute. So let's see some hearts. Thumbs up if you like. There you go. Thank you. I love it too. Alright, so we'll put the bow on last. Let's put Frankie on. Make sure I have enough pipe cleaner here. And I'm just going to take this and go right down through all this mesh. And I'm going to wrap it around this board. And I'm not cutting my pipe cleaners off just yet because I like tubing. And I might add some. Although I don't know about the colors because all I got out was the green and purple, but I think it'll work. Thank you. I appreciate that. The sign is amazing too. I'm so glad I got it from her. Alright, so I'm just going to twist that on real quick. I'll go back and make sure that that's secured. I'm trying not to smash my... I might have to extend him a little bit more. Because with the curls on here, it gives it some height. And I don't want to smash everything. Alright, I'm going to have to turn them over here so I can see what I'm doing. Good night. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Alright, so I'm not gonna... Yeah, the bottom one's just a little too tight. I'll fix that though. I'll fix that before he goes anywhere. He is. I love him. Love Frankie. Alright, well, I will get all these frays later. I'm not going to sit here and do all this while you guys are... You don't want to see me cut all these frays off. Hi, Amy. How are you? Alright, so there we go. There's Frankie. Let's see if I made these loops or these ties long enough. And I actually remembered my loop at the top so not to put them at the wrong end. If you can believe that. And I'm just working them in through the mesh, getting them, you know, around the ribbons and everything. I don't want the ribbons to get smashed by the pipe cleaner going around. Or the mesh. I want that to stand up like it's supposed to. There we go. Yeah, this will be on my page if you want to watch it from the beginning or watch the replay. It'll also be on my YouTube channel. Matter of fact, I was supposed to be putting last week's on there today and I forgot. Oh, thank you. Isn't that cute? I've got little orange and green and purple spiders in this one ribbon. I used that up because I only had a little bit left on the roll. So, like I said, I got rid of 4 or 5 rolls of ribbon, maybe even 6. I didn't count them all. I kept things so I could reorder more, but... So there we go, guys. Look at that. So you think I need to add some tubing? I do. Always have to add tubing. I love tubing. Almost as much as I love ribbon. I'm going to bring these ribbons out from under him so you can see them better. Yes. Wouldn't that be cute? A boy and a girl for double doors. Ooh, I like that idea. Frankie and... what would we name her? Frankie and... Francine? You know I'm going to add tubing. Of course I am. Even if I say I'm not, when I get done, I'm going to add tubing at the end of the night. Look at all these frays, though. I have to fix that. I'll cut all that later. Frankie and Francine. Oh, you need to try it. I'm telling you, it's not hard to do with this wood at all, you guys. Yeah, it's just a piece of wood, a scrap piece of wood. It's about 2 inches wide, 22 inches long, 3/4. This one's 3/4 inches wide, or thick. You could use thin. I mean, like I said, I've seen people use yardsticks, the paint stirrers. The paint stir is what Rachel used last night, I believe, if I'm not wrong. And, I mean, so, you could use any wood, really. Hey, Nathan, there's our fan club president, guys. He just finished up his first week of high school. He told me he loved it. I asked him if he liked it. He said, no, I loved it. So I'm hoping he still loves it. I did hear that he went to his first high school football game the other day, too. You like it, Nate? Isn't that cute? Look at the sign. Yeah, she used a 5-gallon paint stick. That's what she used. And then I've seen someone else who's used the yardsticks. So you could really use any piece of wood. It doesn't matter the thickness. Once it's hanging up, nobody's going to see it. Now this is a little heavier because it is a 3/4 inch piece of wood, but it's not going anywhere either. And I drilled a hole in it so that tie doesn't come off. I didn't staple it. But, yeah, I mean, a thinner piece probably would be, good, would be better, but, because this adds weight to it. Yeah, you saw that on my desk when you were here last time. But, yeah, so anyway, if you're interested in the signs or you want to take a look at them, check out Rachel's Crafty Corner. She did put the link in the comments if you want to go back and look for it. If not, it's in the description. So you can go to her page, and from there you'll find her Etsy shop. Or if you want to go to her Etsy shop, it's Rach's, R-A-C-H-S, Crafty Corner, all one word, at .etsy.com. And she's having a sale, 15% off tonight. It ends tonight. There's her link again. So her sale ends tonight, and it's live sale, all one word, all caps, 15. And she hand cuts them and hand paints them herself. Hi, Kathy. How are you? So yeah, check out her signs. She's got a mummy. She's got the witch's cauldron. What other ones do you have? She's got Frankie. Can't remember what else she had, but oh, no problem. You can catch the replay. It'll be on my page under the videos. And I always pin this week's live to the top of my page, so it's easier to find. And then next week I change it to the next one. But you can always find it under the videos, or you can find it on my YouTube. Which is another thing. If y'all use YouTube, please go over and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to build my audience on YouTube as well. So yeah, so I will probably be going and adding some tubing to this little guy. I'm not going to say probably. I'm going to say I am, because that's just what I do. Oh, thank you, Christy. I appreciate that. Yes, please go place her order tonight. Her sale ends tonight, Kathy. Go get some signs. And she does free shipping, guys. Can't beat that. 15% off and free shipping. She does really nice work. I like watching her paint. So, you know, helping a girl out. We want to help her because her husband told her if she sells 50 signs, he will buy her another machine. It's called the CNC machine, and it'll cut the wood. It'll cut the things out for her. So it's a computerized thing. We want her to get that so she can make us more signs. Because we need signs for our wreaths. And we want hubby to pay for it. Because he said he would. So we're all trying to help her get those signs sold. Alright guys, I think that's it for tonight. I'm going to sit here and cut some tubing and put that on. And I will post pictures tomorrow. Once I take pictures on the door. Her site name, it's Rach's, R-A-C-H-S, Crafty Corner, all one word. And she's on Etsy. So it would be her business name .etsy.com. And the sale code is LiveSale15. Yeah, she'll be able to create a lot more. LiveSale15. 15. Livesale, all one word. Right, let me lift y'all back up here so you can see me. I was going to say so I can see you, but I can't see you. It'll ask you for a coupon code when you check out, Brenda, and you just put that code in there. Go Eagles. One more, almost a week, Kathy. Almost. Just a little more than a week. 10 days. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. And thank you for sharing. If you're watching the replay, thank you. I appreciate it. And if you want to get live alerts and you're on Facebook, type in the word live. You will be on my list. And every week I will notify you what time I'm going live and what I'm making. So you'll get that little message every week. And if you are watching the replay on YouTube, I'm sorry the live alerts doesn't work on there, but you can go over to Facebook to my page and give my page a like, and then put your put in live or alert in the comments for this video there. And all my videos are on Facebook and on YouTube. So thank you all for joining me again. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you all next week. Same time, same place. Bye.